sky blue days. These are sky blue days. The CBS and the SBA will fight to the end and lead the way. Sing out together. These are sky blue days. These are sky blue days. The CBS and the SBA will fight to the end and lead the way. Sing out together. Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.
Well, you're with the other way around. Well, good afternoon and welcome to Sky Blue Fans TV special edition today. We are coming live from Sky Blue, CCFC Fan Store. We are in Kenilworth, aren't we, Ken?
Yeah, in Warwickshire, which is a lovely part of the country.
Now, we're going to talk to some of the guys in a minute that have started this company. So we thought we'd come along because there is no club shop at the moment. So if you need anything CCFC related, regarding clothing or anything like that, or accessories, this is the place to come, isn't it, Ken?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, you got one.
I've got one of the scarves on here, which are available. Yeah, there's quite a lot of other stuff available, which we'll go through. And
then I've got a nice Callum O'Hare t-shirt on, look, from Birmingham City game. So
remember that moment, don't we, with the glasses? Famous moment, that one.
So what we're going to do, we're going to crack on. We're going to see how they make the t-shirts for you today as well, so you know the process that goes into making one. You can see the value of what you're paying for and everything else, and the quality that they come out like. So you know, we'll show you a little bit around behind the scenes and have a chat with some of the guys. So let's see if we can switch the camera around. I can't remember how to do this bit now. It's hard work, isn't it? But
we're still here.
Yeah, we're still here. Hold on a sec. Let's move back there and that way. There we go. Should be okay now. So this is the office. There we go. So this is our little office here where we are today. So this is CCFCFANSSTORE.co.uk. Head over here, over to their website and order anything to do with Coventry City related. They do have Christmas jumpers at the moment. So if you're after a Christmas jumper, you can grab yourself one of those online as well. And there's some real good designs. You've got Mark Robbins designs and everything on there. So they are looking pretty cool. Now, we'll show you, we'll go over to speak to Ian. Ian's just over here now. Ian started the business back in lockdown, so a good 3 years ago now. And they're printing at the moment, it's the Black Prince Football Club. So if you've heard of the Black Prince pub in Coventry, that's what they're doing at the moment. They're printing their tracksuits. So they've got tracksuit bottoms, training tops. Looks like they've got shorts as well. So they're all printing away. It's all good quality. As you see, these are Nike ones, which embroidered on here, nice print on there of initials and a nice badge going on there as well. So all looking pretty good. You can see Kev over here, he's printing some at the moment. He's going to do a direct garment, which we'll come to that anyway later on. I have got a video to show you that one, but let's go and have a chat with Ian over here. Good afternoon, Ian. Thanks for inviting us over, mate.
No problem at all.
And how's it been going since you started in lockdown?
Right. Oh, lockdown, great. Business, standardly great. Last few months since the cob shop's closed, rammed. Absolutely rammed. Just doing an order for someone who's ordered the program print. Goes through our DTG printer. You'll see it coming out in less than no time. But yeah, since the club shop's closed, we've done nothing but take orders, deliver orders, fight with the Royal Mail, and try and handle all the customer service online for the people that are struggling to get all the things from the club, thinking we're the club. But yeah, been very busy.
And what made you start a business during lockdown? Because obviously everything was up in the air, everyone was back home, no one knew what to do. And I mean, what made you do that?
Graphic designer for nightclubs initially. Kev's nightclub was the main one I used to design for. Boris closed them all. I had no one to design for. I was at home pretty bored. I actually made a 50p with Jimmy Hill on it, and I struggled to get hold of it from someone in China. And we carried on going through different ideas, and Coventry merchandise was the forefront of it. And then before we know it, we were about to win the league. So I did a Don't You Know Pump It Up t-shirt, a Coventry a Champions t-shirt. And no longer than a weekend had gone by and I logged back into the account and nearly 1,000 shirts had gone. And I was like, well, this is a business here. I had Neil driving around everywhere, delivering t-shirts with me. We had another guy printing, a couple of people printing, different print shops. We've got a big advertising truck that we did the Save Our Sky Blues campaign. You may have seen that on the Telegraph once, and Kev's the business partner in that. And I called him saying, listen, I'm really struggling with this. I need some help. Before you know it, we had printers and an office, and this was a shell. I don't know if you've looked around, but this had nothing, no electric, no water. So we decided to build this ourselves. Well, Kev did most of it. First thing up was the bar for obvious reasons. Literally the first thing we had in was the bar and the telly. And
Well, if you're doing long hours, you need a telly and a bar.
As you can see, it's a little bit empty today, but that's not normally. Then we put all the merchandise on the wall that we knew and started printing from there, put some desks in, and never really looked back. It's not just Coventry we do a few of the clubs, but everything comes back to Coventry because we started here. I'm a Coventry fan every home and away. You know, all my mates are Coventry fans, so it's the natural progression for us to constantly doing Coventry stuff. I kind of get addicted to just sitting here designing and sending them out, and if people like them, printing them. So,
I mean, the office, I was saying when I came in, it's really light and airy, so you're not exactly working in the dark. You can see everything that you're doing. I mean, that's got to be a bonus, hasn't it?
We genuinely found this by accident. We went to see a normal person office, you know, like a normal 9 to 5 place that you expect a business to have, and it was somewhere in Kenilworth. I forget where, and it was quite expensive. And we said to the guys, "Listen, give us an hour or so. We're going to have a coffee. We'll come back and talk to you." And we walked over to coffee on the corner. Everywhere was closed because it was lockdown, and Kev had to go in to get the coffee. I was stood outside. They only let one in and one out, so I was stood outside, leaning against it, looking up, and there was a sign outside here, to let. And I saw the beams. I wonder what that is. So I rang them. By the time I rang them, Kev came out. I said, "Look at that! Look at that!" And then the man said to me, "Listen, go into the greengrocers. They've got the keys. They use it in storage." And like 2 minutes later, we were upstairs in Love. Kev had already chose where he was sitting. Literally, he was, "I want to sit over there." And I was like, "Oh, well, this one. This one's a much better seat." I said that, and now I can't see my screen because of the sun. But ever since, we've just not looked back. We literally came in. We rang the man back. Said, "We really want to move in." He said, "There's no electric or water." I said, "Factor that into the first year's rent, and we'll fix it. We'll put the electric and water in." So they did. But we've loved it ever since. We love people coming in. We love meeting people. Everyone's a Cov fan that sort of finds out about us if they come in and they see that it's something that's being printed here, not, you know, in the middle of China and stuff like this. Granted, it's not the instant Amazon business that everyone wants. If someone wants something, if you order it today, we order it today. It comes to us tomorrow, maybe the day after, depending on the time. Then we print it and post it out. So it's a 5 to 6 to 7 day business. Yeah. A lot of people online think it's not. They think it's Amazon. So we ask you where it is the day after they've ordered it, and you're like, "Well, I haven't ordered it myself yet. Calm down." But we're getting there, and people are starting to understand that. Raw mail slowing things down, but everything's really going well. It's really good, really fun. It's a fun place. So.
Now, tell us about this T-shirt then. So this is direct to garment. How does this work? Explain to the customers.
So yeah, you've took a video. You might be able to see it yourself. A lot of our online content will show videos of this going at the time lapse speed. So we upload a fast version of it, but it literally, as you say, this prints directly onto that. That's quite wet, so you can't touch it, but it will get put on there to dry in a second. And it just means it ensures the quality and the speed. If you go into a place like Next or New Look and buy a T-shirt, and if you run your hand over it and you can't feel anything sticking out, chances are it's been used at direct-to-garment printers somewhere along the lines. And we've had this since day one. It looks after it. This thing over here pre-treats if it's a dark T-shirt. So if it goes on, we can print this. If we've got a black T-shirt, for example, we can print color on black because we put it through the pre-treater. It then prints a white layer, goes back in, prints the color. And then this is a white toner printer, which does anything, print on jeans, leather, anything with this, which has been helpful recently for the hoodies and the jumpers because it's a different theme.
So is that what yours is there?
Now, yeah.
So that's from this.
That's from this. All the kits you've seen printing today from this. As I say about the feel, if you look at the, this is a bit of a joke. It's not actually for sale, but we did the Gustavo Hamer Simpsons T-shirt.
We'll go and have a look at that.
If you feel it, you'll understand what I mean. You can't feel it. It
Yeah.
just feels like it's part of the T-shirt. And as long as you wash it inside out at 30 degrees, it will last for ages.
And that program one that you've just done there, we'll have a look at it when it's finished in a minute. But how did you choose what programs to put on it?
I don't know.
Was it just selected players?
We literally, me and Neil went through it one day, and we went to, I think the first one on it is, have a look on here. Better than a spring here. First one's back in I don't know, 1912, something like that.
No, God, that's amazing.
Wow.
But we literally just Googled Coventry programme and put the year in, and it brought up different ones, and he was sending me programs and I was putting them together. He doesn't look it, but he's the design assistant that he doesn't even know it, if I'm honest. I send him all the designs every night, and he comes back and tells me which ones are good, and then we just but sometimes it's a lot of fun. We did the remix ones that I didn't think were going to go very well. It was just more of a joke. It was more of a content thing. We did like the under Parma instead of under and then McFadzine with the McDonald's logo and the same font and a red t-shirt, yellow logo. And these were a bit of a joke, but they flew out.
Yeah.
Because they're Christmas, isn't it? And you want something funny, and that's what t-shirts are for sometimes. But it has been a fun journey.
So your mind must be ticking over all the time. They don't get any sleep.
It doesn't. That's just popped up. No, it doesn't. To be fair, these guys get messages off me 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning sometimes. Guys have had an idea and they just ignore me, if I'm honest. But yeah, so that's the program one.
Yeah.
Technically fully done, ready to be packed for an order. I'd normally give it to Neil to pack, but he starts writing his name on orders. He thinks it's famous. We brought him in once and he was writing packed by Neil from the Sky on every order, like he was in. But yeah, and like I said before, it's just felt there's nothing sticking out. There's no print that you can feel. It's into the garment.
Yeah, yeah.
Smart, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that with the programs. What a great idea. So
Nice.
let's have a look at this Gustavo Hamer one. So you say this isn't for sale yet?
This was just joking around. I've done 3 Simpsons characters.
So this is a first. This is an exclusive.
Yeah, technically exclusive, ready for you guys.
Exclusive to
I
Sky Blue Fans
actually
TV.
don't know if it looks like Hamer, if I'm honest. I've got 3 images. I'll send them you in a minute, and you can share them on your page. But I did Hamer, O'Hare, and Victor as different characters, different kits. And I'm not massively convinced on them, but I wanted to test out what they look like. And the fact is, we've got our own printer there. We can test out what we want.
But kids might like this.
Kids might like it. That's exactly what a few people have said.
Yeah.
We will send you them. You can put them on straight after this show. See what people like.
Yeah, we'll get them up, see what they say, see what the kids say. So here's your bar. So what do you normally have in your bar?
To be fair, the vodka was running low. That's me. And so is everything else. To be fair, the beer is on the rundown because every time we have a meeting, 9 times out of 10, they open a beer. I think it's just the fun of it. If we say to someone, "Do you want a beer?" No matter what time, we've had as early as 9 o'clock, haven't we? We've had a meeting with someone and we've said, "Do you want a drink?" And he's gone, "Yes, please." And he had a whiskey, and it was just gone 9, and me and Kev were like, "Hang about." But it's got that attraction to it, hasn't it? When you say to someone, "Do you want a drink?" And
yeah,
Kev's a license holder, so we're all good.
No, because obviously Royal Mail are on strike at the moment.
Yeah.
They're on strike 2 days next week, which
Yeah.
I know about because of
Today,
my
apparently,
business.
yeah.
They're on strike. Well, they're meant to be on strike. There's people over there, so I don't know what they're
I
doing.
think they're on strike.
But can people come and collect their orders?
Potentially, yes. It's very difficult because if you order today online, I will. If you've ordered it before 12 o'clock, chances are we'll order it today, and it will come tomorrow. If Royal Mail deliver it tomorrow, but if Royal Mail don't deliver it to us tomorrow, it means it comes the day after. But as soon as it comes in, it gets printed, packed, and it sits there until I'm taking it. And I'm taking them on the way home to Royal Mail. However, if someone said they wanted to come in for this, and we were just about to leave, we wouldn't want it to go the wrong way and things like this. If someone wants it, 100%, we can always arrange something. And between now and Christmas, chances are we're going to be here a lot more. So there's always the chance for someone to come in and get things. Preferably, post is the best way. However, we haven't much control over that. We are thinking about a pickup point around the ground for the next 2 games. People can order at. We're always going to be at some point of the game. May send the band down or something like that. But something we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, because we ain't got long left, really.
Not
have
got
we?
long left. And we understand as well, the 17th is a stop date. If you don't order it by the 17th, you don't get it for Christmas, which is a huge week that we miss out on business. Whereas if we have got a collection point near the games or something like that, it may increase our sales and help, especially with the club shop being closed, because people want to get gifts.
And Christmas jumpers, obviously you're taking orders for them now. What prices do they start from for people that want to know? Because they had people commenting on my jumper yesterday. Says, "Oh, you can't get them anymore, so you got to go to your CCFC fan store."
You know, great old school jumper.
It was old school, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I said, "Well, you can't get them. You got to go to CCFC fan store."
Very appreciative.
Yeah, so
Our jumpers start at 25 up to 30, depending on the jumper and the size. And the kids get them for a bit cheaper, obviously. Free delivery, so we try and get that as fast as we can. Like I said, all these have come in this week, and Mondays or Tuesdays orders have just arrived, just printed, we just sent them. Our post office is just, they know us now, so we're just dropping off bags every day and they know what's in them. But
So cut off date to order anything?
we believe it's the 17th, but at the moment that's forever changing with the strike. And if we can change postal supplier in the next week or two, we've spoke to Yodel, we've spoke to DPD. If someone could do something that goes and pushes it a few more days, it might be that the customer has to pay £1 extra or something like that to get that service. But as soon as we know about it, it'll be on our website.
Great.
Yeah, if in doubt, message on social.
Right, so I hear though, we're going to have a chat with Kev now over here. So we're going to have a little. We'll come back to you in a minute, Ian, if that's all right. Get the kettle on. We'll have another drink. Now, let's go. He's out. Look, he's at his desk now. Look, he was printing a minute ago.
Looks very professional over here.
Look at this. Look, like landmines. So, Kev, you're involved. You joined about 18 months ago. How did he rope you into this then, Ian?
Well, I was like everybody else. I was sitting in my garden drinking and enjoying lockdown. He seemed to be the only man I knew that worked. But he did come up with a good idea. And he's an avid Cobb fan, big Cobb fan, follows them everywhere to and from. So initially I said, just crack on. You know, it's your thing, make some money and do it. But he outgrew him rapid. Him and Neil were running around like blue house flies trying to deliver these tops that they were getting printed by a third party and so on. So then the idea come up about us buying the printers, which we obviously did. It's all over there, and we've got others off site that work during the night when it's not as glamorous as this. But yeah, and then it's just growing. It works, and you know the one you're wearing right there. He does send me. I swear my life, a million messages a day. Sends me a million messages a day. I ignore most of them because he has a tendency to write messages this long. So I ignore most of them, but it all works well. And that he designed on using an app on his phone on the way back from the game, which is a triumph in itself. And today it's the best selling top, I believe. Without looking, it's the best selling top. So it works. You know, he's seen them. We know he's seen them. We sent them to him, and you know we have got a lot of secret support from the actual players. I don't think they're actually officially allowed to support us, if I'm honest. But you know, Gus and him, and we've got connections and links with them all, and they're all big fans of what we do. So yeah, keeps us busy.
I mean, I see the prints we all see the prints all the time, and I mean they are fantastic, aren't they? And for you to back this, I mean, it must be a great sense of achievement for you because you run a nightclub, don't you?
Yeah, I've got a nightclub. That's my main business. I own a nightclub in Coventry called That Club. I used to own a nightclub called Seven. We used to have all the players. It was a very commercial club. It's a bit more of a genre-specific club now. But yeah, so that's my. I work when everyone's asleep, you know, which is great for me because I get to float around and play golf all summer and stuff. Apart from when he's dragging me in here. But as you can see, I do a lot of the printing. You know, I can't do it without him. He is the brains when it comes to the computers and everything else. I'd turn it on. That's about it. But I know my role, and it's more the pressing and all that. And you know, we have other staff that come in and do it when I don't fancy doing it. But today, because you're here, he's wrote me in. So, there you go.
Well, it's good though, isn't it? You're here having a go.
Yeah. It's nice. And you know, my children are in here and they design random odd t-shirts and we print them, and his little girl comes in and we do random stuff, and we're doing the Black Prince Football Club today, and we support many local small businesses, West End Camp, Absolute Fitness, BG Boxing, the up and coming Bradley Goldsmith. He's about to be a superstar, and we're in with him at ground level doing his merchandise. Ian created a website, and that's going through the roof. He's a busy young man. So yeah, I mean the business, we don't advertise, which is odd for a business, but it strategically is growing by word of mouth and so on. And sometimes we're too busy for our own good, which is good as business goes. But realistically, we're growing very fast, and it's the Cov store that's doing it. And the fact that they've messed something else up is what it is. I won't say I'm an avid fan. I don't go to games. So I've got 3 little girls, so my life is dancing and ballet and all that. And me and my wife spend our days driving around. But I grew up. My granddad was a scout for 35 years. My uncle Tony Dobson played for the club. So I grew up at the lodge up in Wright, and I was very privileged to be a part of it all. Probably looking back now, I was very, very, very lucky, very privileged. You know, I went to school with Gary McSheffrey. My granddad got some of the biggest names that we've ever had up to the club, and lifelong friends with some serious people that are up there now commentating on the games. So yeah, I mean the affiliation with football and my family, it's a good thing. I mean, I like to be involved. I do like to be involved at the minute. So yeah, good.
I know you were telling us you got a Blackburn ball behind us. You've also got a signed George Best Man United shirt. I mean, you told us a story about that Blackburn ball. Was it your uncle? Did you say?
My uncle, yeah, Tony Dobson. He played at Cov. I think he went into the first team in the '88.
I remember him,
Yeah, and he done well. And Terry Butcher sold him to Blackburn, and he was there with. I mean, some of the names on there.
Played with Shearer in that.
Played with Shearer, Sutton, Gallagher. They're all on there.
Yeah.
Again, I met them all. Very lucky as a young man, really, at the time. Then he went to Portsmouth, then West Brom, and so like I say, I've grown up surrounded by football, really. But now we're making money off it. So it's always nice to make money.
And then Ian's just brought us over some signed Cov City balls.
Yeah, that was the first one. God, you know what? I'd say that's got to be. I think Dobbo's on there. I reckon that's got to be 90s, early 90s. I think, and then God knows this one. Some good names on them all.
That's Mickey Gins.
Mickey Gins on them.
I've got one. I got one similar to this one from the FA Cup.
Yeah.
My style balls.
My granddad.
Premier League one
there.
Yeah, my granddad, as I said, was a scout. My granddad is the chap in the video when Brian Kilcline walks down and actually says a swear word into the crowd, which I won't say on here. Is we effing did it, and and it's my granddad he's talking to. You know, my granddad was right there, and so on. And yeah, I mean, I love Cov. It's a great town to come from. It's a great town to leave as well sometimes, but we it's good. Hence we built an office in Kenilworth. Aesthetically, it's more pleasing. So yeah, it's good. All good.
Brilliant. Well, you're doing a great job. So keep up the good work. So we're going to have a chat with Neil now. You all know Neil. He's been on our streams loads of times. How's it going, Neil?
Too many times. You're all good. All good, lads. All good.
Yeah. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, can't wait.
It's tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Look, it's been too long without club football. As much as we've all enjoyed the World Cup, some more than others, you know, and England are still going to go all the way, and it's coming home and all that good stuff. 3 points tomorrow, please. To get back amongst it, not sat in my living room watching the likes of CJ having a lovely time out there. Yeah, cheers, mate. You know, I'll be back in the freezing cold with my pals, paying overpriced pints and. Yeah, can't wait.
Well, you'd be happy to know it's cloudy in Qatar today, so we've got blue skies.
Good, yeah. We've got to take that, CJ. Yeah, you know who's winning now?
Yeah, who's blue skies now? So, I mean, you've come along to help out Ian. Obviously, the busy times you told us earlier during lockdown, you're out delivering and everything. I mean, what made you get involved?
I've known Ian 25 years. You know, it's my best mate, and it was at the point where it was getting a little bit too much for him when it first started. So I was like, I wasn't doing anything during lockdown. I'll help you out. And it's been the same since they've come here, on and off for the last 18 months. It's whenever you're busy, if I'm free, I'll come in, help pack up orders and stuff, and just. Obviously, yeah. There's also that. But yeah, it's just been just helping out where I can. You know, just you want to see. One, local businesses as well, and two, you want to see your mates do well, you know. And obviously, I've known Ian years, I've known Kev years, and you know, any way I can help them, I say I will. And when someone actually calls you up and says, "You said you'd help us out," put your money where your mouth is. You kind of have to do it a little bit. So, yeah, no, he does. No, so yeah, it's you know, it's only around the corner, isn't it? And like I say, it's helping a mate out. And the thing is, if he gets orders out the door, that means he gets paid, which means he can put petrol in my car to go to away games. So it's a circle. It's a circle where we're all winning. But a vicious circle. But no,
it's a circle of life.
Exactly. Of sky blue life. But yeah, like I say, I just want to see the lads do well and earn enough so they can employ me.
And what do you enjoy about it most?
Genuinely, what I love, and Ian won't mind me saying this, is when we're at the games and you see someone walking around in a shirt, and I go, "Ian, that's your shirt, mate. Ian, that's your shirt." And I feel proud as a mate that he's done that sort of thing, and he can kind of see it. Helps when some of the designs are my ideas. Jokeray shirt.
All my ideas with Jimmy Hill.
He doesn't deserve the credit, but the yellow range he did. So it's got
it's this one, doesn't it?
With either Brazil or
Sweden, that one there.
Oh yeah, like that.
On the back, it's either got Hamer 38 in the Brazil font, or Jokeray. He added that
Swedish one.
Yeah.
And he came up with most of the idea. He came up with the yellow.
Doing the fonts on the back, and then I did the twist on the badge. And then, but ever since then, he took credit for them all. So
Yeah,
yeah,
on having that one.
he's walked over to
Um,
James. I designed that.
I'm not. Yeah,
Well, why wouldn't you?
I'll probably have to be fair.
I'd do
But
it to
yeah.
everyone.
Nah, of course, mate. Yeah.
Hey, I'll
Exactly.
design that, man.
But yeah, you know, it's brilliant seeing that when you're at games and like I say, you see people boiling around, and especially this time of year, you see a lot more people in the hoodies and the jumpers and stuff, and it's class. You know, you get that little bit of my mate did that. So that's why I enjoy doing it. And then, like I say, at some point, Kev's going to put his hand in his pocket and employ me, so I'll get a financial benefit out of it too.
Is there anything that you would like to add to this, apart from like hoodies, t-shirts, things like that? Would there be anything that on your wish list? Would there be anything that you would want to bring to the to the table?
Larger sizes. Apart from that, genuinely, there's been some things that I've spoken to Ian about over the years. I've said, you could get involved with the mugs game, pens, all that sort of good stuff. But one thing that I think, that there's definitely a space for. A lot of people during lockdown started working from home. They've got offices set up at home, artwork. I know there's other people out there that do CCFC artwork, but any sort of wall print or anything like that that matches the t-shirts.
Yeah.
If you could get the O'Hare print, sort of to go on your wall in your office as well, sort of thing, get a sort of combo deal where you get the print and physical print and the t-shirt at the same time. I think that'd be quite cool, personally. But apart from that, yeah, the range is fantastic. And let's be honest, if you could branch out and do more clubs and get a wider range, that's more money in the pocket, isn't it? So I think that's the next stage of global takeover. Is to do that.
Global takeover.
Yeah, one step at a time. This time next year we'll be millionaires.
I say that every year to my boy and my missus. This time next year we'll be millionaires.
Yeah, damn right.
Listen, Neil, enjoy the game tomorrow. We'll see you down there.
Yeah, yeah. I'll catch you at some point.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
probably catch me with a beer around asking me what the score prediction is going to be. 2-0 Cov.
An early prediction.
Yeah,
I can't beat them. 2-0 Cov. The run will carry on, and we're going to break the manager of the month curse.
yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, right, yeah.
Not the player, not the player.
And I think they're going to cancel each other out. The curse of both are going to cancel each other out. Vic's going to get both the goals. I've done.
Someone said he's going to get hat-trick.
Oh, well, I said 2-0, so I can't say he's getting an hat-trick. Come on.
No, I'm not on about you. I think it was Katie this morning. She said he was going to get hat-trick.
Oh, dear. Katie.
So we go back to Ian before we go off. Now, Ian, we were talking about something we might be doing next Saturday. Are we going to be doing that?
We're going to do something. We're going to try and do a bit of a giveaway for some kids. We don't exactly know what we're going to put. Cross the T's, dot the I's before you leave today. But CCFC Kids next weekend, there'll be something around for you at the home game, courtesy of us and Sky Blue Fans TV.
People look out on
Keep a
socials.
look out on socials. We'll get back to you as soon as we know. We're going to literally finish it before you've left, so we know there's something there. But the club shop being closed, lots of kids have been let down, so let's help them out as much as we can.
So one last plug for you. What's your website?
CCFCFANSSTORE.co.uk.
And where can they find you? Facebook?
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, Twitter, the whole shebang. Everywhere apart from OnlyFans.
Brilliant. Listen, guys, it's been a privilege for these guys to invite us in today.
Oh, it's been great to meet you both. Have you in here anytime you want to come down. As long as you don't drink as much beer as last time, Ken. Absolutely anything.
If you watch OnlyFans TV, don't forget to like and subscribe. Count socials later. We'll have details on next weekend, as Ian's just mentioned about for CCFC fans kids next week, and hopefully we'll have a little surprise for you as well. So take care. We'll see you tomorrow live outside Reading's football ground. So if you are going, come and see us, come and grab us, come and have a chat live. If not, tune in on YouTube. 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We'll be outside the ground talking to Reading fans and Sky Blue fans, and we'll even go inside and you can see what the players all warming up on the pitch for you. So stay tuned tomorrow, 1 o'clock. We'll see you later. I've been Milesy. Ken on the camera. Say goodbye.
Bye.
See
Bye,
you
then.
later.
See you later.
Take care.
Ciao. Cheers.
And